Today we're going to talk about compound interest. The formula for compound interest is A equals P times the quantity of 1 plus R divided by N, and all raised to the N times T. P is the principal amount, that's your initial amount that you start with. R is the rate, and we always want to write the rate as a decimal, even though it's going to be given to us as a percent most of the time. N is the number of times we're going to compound that rate per year. P is the total number of years, and A is the total amount at the end. So let's apply this to some questions. First question, you deposit $1,200 in an account that pays 6.5% annual interest. We're going to find the value after 3 years if the interest is compounded with the given frequency. So the first problem here is we're going to compound that annually. So our formula is A equals P times the quantity 1 plus R divided by N, all raised to the N times T. A, the ending amount, we don't know. B, the principal, we do know. We start with $1,200. R, the rate, is 6.5%. But once again, we never write it as a percent. We always change it to a decimal. We do that by moving the decimal point 2 places to the left, which means we have to put 0.065 in the formula. N is the total number of times we're going to compound it. Annually is once a year. And T, the number of years, is 3 years. So we're just plugging all that into the formula and then calculating it using our calculator. So A equals 1,200 times 1 plus 0.065 divided by 1, all raised to the 1 times 3. So we're going to calculate that using our calculator. So 1.065 times itself 3 times. And all that times 1,200. So we have $1,449.54. That would be our amount. Doing that quarterly. So now it's the same formula. We're just going to do this quarterly. So the only thing that changed is N. And since there's 4 quarters in a year, we change N to 4. So we type the numbers into the same formula. So 1,200 times 1 plus 0.065. Now we're going to divide by 4 and raise it to the 4 times 3. So we want to plug that into our calculator. And once we finish, we get the approximate amount is 1,456.09. So you can see by compounding the interest quarterly, although nothing else changed, we just did this more often, we actually ended up getting about $6 or $7 more. So now when we do this monthly, everything stays the same. P is still 1,200, R is still 0.065. Now N is 12 because there's 12 months in a year. So T is still 3. So we plug all those numbers into the formula. A equals 1,200 times 1 plus 0.065 divided by 12 raised to the 12 times 3. So once again, we type it in. And this time we get approximately $1,457.61. So now we got about $1.50 more than we did the last time. So then the last one, we're going to do this daily. And since there are 365 days in a year, we are now going to put 365 in for N. So we type in the same formula, 0.065, but this time we divide by 365 and we raise it to the 365 times 3. And we get approximately $1,458.35. So we can see how the more times we calculate the interest, the more money we're actually going to end up making. So that's how we do compound interest.